Hello everyone, welcome back to ATS chemistry classes. In last video we discussed about the strategy to follow in organic chemistry. In this video let us see the preparation strategy to follow in inorganic chemistry. I would stress a point here that if you are thorough with any two of organic, inorganic and physical chemistry, you will surely qualify CSIR and GATE examinations. You can have inorganic chemistry as the must one because inorganic questions needs less time as compared to organic chemistry. Hence, one can choose inorganic as a must portion to study. As I said in the previous video, you need to choose any two among inorganic, organic and physical chemistry. So I would suggest you to choose inorganic chemistry as a must one, as it needs less time to solve. Okay, overall for inorganic chemistry, you can refer UGC as the reference book. I would suggest you to read UGC because all the concepts are clearly explained in UGC. UGC is said like Bible of inorganic chemistry. So if you are thorough in UGC, definitely you can crack CSIR inorganic questions. In inorganic chemistry, the must and easiest portion to start with is coordination chemistry. Okay, let us see now the portions what you need to cover in coordination chemistry. By starting from structure and bonding, you need to learn about the theories. In that, CFT is must. There you have to learn the calculation of CFSE. You should also know the calculation regarding pairing energy. Then move on to Ion-Teller distortion. In Ion-Teller distortion, you should know when you can expect the compression and expansion in the complexes. That is Z in, Z out distortions. You should also learn inner and outer sphere mechanisms. Then you have to learn about trans effect. You should also know about spectrochemical series. So what about the strength of the ligands? You should know the order, whether the particular ligand is strong or weak field ligand. Then you move on to Orgel diagram. Which transition is favorable and what will be the ground state term and what will be the excited state term. So you should also know the term symbols. That is very must. That is very important topic to know the term symbols. That will help you to learn about Orgel diagram. So in Orgel diagram, favorable transition that needs to be known. Then you can go to TS diagram. This is somewhat tough, so you can also skip it because it's somewhat difficult to understand. But you should know about the color of coordination compounds whenever the coordination chemistry is concerned. After thoroughing all these concepts, you move on to organometallics. Here, you can expect both direct and indirect questions, and so many questions will be asked from organometallics. Definitely, you will be asked 25 to 30 marks from organometallics. So if you properly prepare organometallics, definitely you can score 25 plus marks. When you start learning the organometallics, you start with 18 electron rule. Then learn about boron chemistry. There you need to identify the particular boron as closo, nido and arachno and hypo. You need to know about the Wade's rule and Stick's rule. You should also know about Mingo's rule. Here above the structure of cluster compounds. So Mingo's rule is very important topic to learn. Then you learn about the catalytic cycle. So the reactions. So particularly concentrate on oxidative addition reaction, migratory insertion reaction, beta hydride elimination reactions, and orthometallation reaction. Remember, you should learn that catalytic cycle. So what are all the active species that is responsible for that particular type of reaction. Then you move on to metal carbonyls. In metal carbonyls, questions will be asked like the set of metal carbonyls will be given. You will be asked to arrange them in increasing or decreasing order of metal carbon bond or carbonyl stretching frequency, number of metal bonds in cluster. So those type of questions will be asked. Then also learn about Monsanto process, Baker's process, etc. Then after learning organometallics, move on to F block elements. So in that, concentrate on lanthanides. So in lanthanides, the questions will be asked from its properties, particularly magnetic properties. So you should know the electronic configuration. So from that you can also calculate the magnetic properties. Then how to separate the lanthanides. So that also will be asked. Then move on to bioinorganic chemistry. Here you need to remember so many concepts. So for this concept, so although you have bioinorganic chemistry by Bertini, the concepts are given in detail in Bertini. So for CSIR preparation, it's enough if you learn from Hughie. So you do concentrate on metalloenzymes. So like carbonic anhydrase, carboxypeptidase, you should know. You also concentrate on hemoglobin, myoglobin, hemerythrin, nitrogenase, ferritin. So learn some important enzymes. Then move on to structure and bonding. So there you have to know about VSEPR theory. Also learn MOT. So there they will be asking you to calculate the bond order of N2, N2 plus, N2 minus, etc. So if you know the concept, you can just apply and find out the bond order of any species. Then you move on to P block elements. Keep this at last because it's vast topic. You have to learn about phosphorus chemistry, PN system, and then sulfur chemistry. There you should know about SN system, silicon compounds, then boron compounds. Start learning about inorganic spectroscopy. Mostly questions will be asked from EPR, mass Boyer spectroscopy. Very rarely NMR questions will also be asked. Then move on to nuclear chemistry. You at least learn about basics, which will not take much time to learn. So like questions will be asked like alpha emission, beta emission, etc. So just learn them. So if you are thorough with these topics, surely you can score around 70 marks in inorganic chemistry. While preparing, you can even prepare for CSIR examination in 3 months. In that case, you need to spend at least 5 to 6 hours per day. If you prepare like that, definitely you can qualify CSIR and GATE examinations. After 3 months preparations, then last 1 month you can just reserve it for working out previous year questions. So that will help in revising the concepts. Okay, this is about inorganic chemistry preparation strategy. Until meet in our next video, thank you all and happy learning.